Hey everybody, it's Captain Kyle and I'm here with Optimus Prime from the Earthspark line. Yes, I've had this for a little bit, but finally got around to reviewing it. And it comes with Build-A-Figure, part of Mandroid. So I'm going to break this out, go through him bit by bit, and see if he's worth getting for your collection. Be right back. All right, I have my handy dandy knife here, and I'm going to open up this classic free packaging except for glue and tape box. I'll one day stop talking about that, probably when they switch back to, you know, regular plastic. And there is Optimus Prime in his glory, well, in his packaging. And shitty piece of paper, instructions, and in the back, don't miss this, is accessories. Yes, it looks like drugs, but Transformer drugs, because it has Autobot paper. And in here we have an axe, a battle axe. We have a gun, looks actually pretty similar to the G1 gun. And something's afoot, gotta get a leg up. This is Mandroid's leg. So, another piece. A few more and I can have a villain. So we'll put that aside and we'll get him out of the rest of this packaging, hopefully. Kids, don't try this at home. In fact, you shouldn't be watching this video because this is not classified as for kids. So, there. But there is Optimus, free of his packaging, and he looks pretty good. I mean, he looks like the show. He looks a little bit more like a cartoonish version of the character that we know and love. And I'm already seeing he's got a little bit of wobbliness in his knees. Wobbly knee. So let's separate his legs and outfit him with some weapons. So, unlike the Gamer Prime, I think you can put the axe in either hand and still have his gun. But there he is, Optimus Prime, with a much younger voice. But let's take these weapons out. I mean, they're cool weapons. But let's check out this figure. All right, so Optimus Prime can almost do full Jean-Claude Van Damme. Well, he can kind of do a split, like he's exercising, maybe doing some yoga, but it's not the full thing, so. And he's got no butt. It's just right there, and his leg came off. Now, this is pretty standard as far as a joint with these figures, and the leg can, or an arm can slide off, and you can pop it right back on, so I'm not too worried about that. I just manhandle my Transformers. Something like that. There he is. He can. His leg does go forward, but with a lot of these Optimus Primes lately, I've been noticing that they have some kind of groin guard, so he can't go fully forward. His back kick, I mean, he can do a hell of a yoga pose there. But he can go off to the side, he can swivel, bend at the knee, but unless he's going off to the side, he can do a kick as long as you angle it a little bit, but if you're going straight forward, this little plate blocks it. Can he twist at the waist? No, he cannot. There is no twisting at the waist. His arms can go all the way around on these nice ball joints. Bends at the elbow, swivels. He's got the classic smokestacks on his shoulders, and a little bit of wobbliness in the knees, so just stand him up upright, and he should be fine though, so far. His fists can actually turn, so you can turn them a little bit if you want to. Megatron must be my buddy, no matter the cost. At the head, it turns. It feels a little stiff, but it turns. I would hate to like start to turn it and have it just pop right off. That would kind of suck, but I don't use that much pressure. There he is. His rear view, you can see he's got the front part of the truck. Now this is the deluxe size, the ones that come with the Build-A-Figure. I threw the box over there, so that says exactly the type this is. But yes, this says deluxe class. Don't need you anymore, I hope. I don't want to have to go get it again. Now, instead of the classic Autobot symbols, he has the Ghost symbols on his shoulders, because Ghost is a thing. Ghost is the Earth organization that deals with Transformers and hunts down Decepticons. And they've got quite the collection. They've got a version of Starscream I don't yet have, but eventually it'll show up. Now, the legs are a little hollow in the back, but again, these Earthspark toys are definitely more along the lines of the Cyberverse type stuff and the Bumblebee adventures, not necessarily meant to be on the same playing field as Legacy and stuff like that. But let's get him into his vehicle mode, shall we? Now it shows like 19 steps, but I think some of them are like very simple steps that we wouldn't necessarily consider a step. Now, when you're transforming him, there is a twist at the waist. However, because of how his cab is attached to his back, you can't do it when he's fully in robot mode. Interestingly enough though, thus far, his gun stores, and they actually show it as a step in the process. Interestingly enough, that plate is causing me issues with trying to get him into vehicle mode. Aha! There's a swivel, you push it up. So a kind of tricky thing that they don't really explain well in the instructions is that there is a little swivel here on his waist so that you can push the feet back, and then actually the gun is supposed to plug into the feet. So problem solved. Just, you know, it's kind of weird. But it makes it a little more clever than I thought. See, they have these little insets that like show a bit of a close-up in certain parts, and they didn't do it for that, which whoever was putting together these instructions fell down on that job. Maybe it just goes around the gun. It looks like things should plug in, but I'm not sure that they do. All right, I have questions about this guy, because his legs appear like they're slightly different lengths, unless, when I put back the leg when it fell off, I put it in the wrong slot. Now it makes sense. Now let's see if we can get this working properly. It's usually me. So part of the thing, I was expecting the legs to be straight out, but they're a little bit curved because of how they attach to the gun. I didn't think I was going to have difficulty with basically this toy. And apparently you can put his battle axe for storage between his legs. Ooh. All right, so there he is. All right, so some tips. Don't take off the leg and put it in the wrong slot. That's tip 1. 2, the legs, when you put it in proper transformation, are going to be slightly tilted inward. So that's all right. That's what it's supposed to be. Not what I was expecting. So what can you do? The gun is stored right here, axe underneath, and he actually rolls pretty good for a modern toy. Nothing close to the G1. But there he is, Optimus Prime, with his ghost symbols and his smokestacks. And yeah, the legs can accidentally slide off. Just make sure that you put it in both slots and not just the one top one, which is what I did, which made him a bit of a peg leg. But not a bad little version of Optimus. He will go with pride into my Optimus Prime case, and I also get a leg of Mandroid, which does not sound nearly as nice as a leg of lamb. All right, now that I've figured out what not to do with this guy, he's actually pretty cool. Again, he's a little more of a level for younger children rather than someone who like is into the Studio series or the Legacy stuff, but it's still a pretty cool version of Optimus. And if you're a completist like I am, might as well grab him. Till all are one. One shall stand, one shall fall. Yeah, I still do Welker better. But while you're debating on this version of Optimus, it looks a little bit more like G2. Yeah, we got this video over here, which is a comparison between the Siege Optimus and an oversized Siege. And of course, like, share, subscribe. Super thanks would be awesome. And we'll see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.